Begin by sitting up or lying down and just taking a few easy breaths, allowing the body to breathe. And then your first pose, asana, is Dandasana, to sit up tall into a right angle with your body. Extending out your legs in front, bring the toes back and the heels forward to flex your feet. Keep the arms long by your side, palms either side. And then breathe with the back nice and straight and the heart open. Bring the chin forward as you exhale and then down towards your chest. Into a bandha, a lock here at the throat. And this helps extend the back of the neck, the cervical spine, and allows the head to bow down to the heart. Transitioning here to a lovely hug, drawing the back straight again, spine nice and long, and drawing the heels towards the seat, and then wiggling forwards on your seat bones towards your heels. Sit up nice and tall. Feel the dignity of this pose. Keep the mind quiet. And the breath free in the body. Drop your head down on your exhale. And breathe here. Observe where the breath enters into the body. And ease up the back and the muscles either side of your spine. Adjusting now to allow the spine to roll down onto the floor with your knees flexed, feet to the floor, just in front of your hips. Relax your face, allow the head to become heavy, and turn the head gently side to side. Becoming relaxed enough to feel the three-part breath in the body, the three sections of abdomen, rib cage and chest. And exhale long, allowing each breath to be full and free. Taking time to scan the body here. And just notice where we may be holding tension, and learn to give up the weight of the body just as it is. Release any frown on the forebrow and relax the jaw. Taking the knees and legs together and then towards your chest, exhale and bring the head towards your knees. Nice curl in the spine. Press the feet down to the floor. Press the toes, squeeze down through the arms, palms facing down, and lift for your first bridge. This is beginning of a bridge sequence. You can interlink the fingers here and wiggle the shoulders under to really get enough of the movement upwards to lift the hips higher, levering yourself higher with those arms. And then when you're ready to exhale, allow each vertebrae to drop down, one by one to the floor, and then the heavy hips and pelvis back to your semi-supine position. Rest between each sequence. Second round, inhale, exhale to bring the head and knees together, curl up small. Inhale, float the arms down by your side, feet to floor, and then push to lift up to bridge pose. Aiming each time to challenge the body to go deeper into the shape of the pose. Bending the elbows and lifting the forearms up to push a little bit underneath the lower spine to lift the hips higher. Keep your head relaxed here and breathe. Take one big breath in as you lift the hips as high as they can, and then exhale, from the top of your spine down, lowering each vertebrae each time, all the way down to the tailbone, lowering the buttocks, and allow the pelvis to become heavy. Resting breath. Third round. Inhale, knees to chest. Exhale, your head meets your knees. Bring the arms down. Push through the feet and lift up high onto the upper back. Breathe. Feed the pose with breath. Quieten down the mind. And then focus to keep the pose but float the arms, both arms up and over. Spread the palms of your hands once they're towards the ground behind you. And stay for several breaths more. When you work your way down, keep the arms where they are and roll slowly down each vertebrae, one by one, like a string of pearls, to the floor. Float the arms up and over with breath in and out, and adjust back to your semi-supine position. Stay with the breath, and in pauses between these movements, just observe how you're feeling. Take the right leg towards you, interlink your fingers around the shin. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw your head towards your knee, squeezing the thigh to abdomen. And release. Bend up your left leg, and we repeat, left side. Inhaling up, interlink fingers round the shin. Stretch out your right leg, flex at the ankle, and exhale, head to knee. Really curl up from the upper back to the crown of your head, and then release the reverse. Bring your knees towards your chest one by one and hug them in. Gently rock either side of the spine to massage out the lumbar. Bring the hands now over the kneecaps and point the fingers down towards your ankles. And here we begin to open the hip joints. We begin to work into the muscles that wrap around the back and down the back of the legs, and the muscles that bind the pelvis. And here, beginning to circle, we focus the mind with the breath and movement, synchronizing breath and movement, and finding a symmetry of the movement of right and left side. So we go several times one direction, hug the knees in, and then change the direction that we're moving the knees into circles. Keep the toes together. So you're coming into a moving cobbler's pose. Here we can get to gauge how the hips feel. And keep the waves of breath really feeding the movements. To finish, hug the knees in and drop your feet back down to the floor. As you do that, bring the arms out wide either side, palms facing down. And here we go into supine twist. Breathing in to bring the knees to center and head to center. Breathing out to bring the knees over to one side, turning your head gently to the opposite way. Wonderful for releasing the tiny interspinal muscles and the nervous system. Feeling a gentle warmth from the asana practice and a softness throughout as we nurture the body in the practice too. Bring your knees towards your chest, and then we are semi-inverting the body, so lifting the legs up straight above us, squeezing the inner legs together and pointing the toes. Bring the arms up as well. You can have the arms and legs together and hands come to prayer, or you can part them to shoulder and hip width apart. Important here is to rest the back, muscles either side of the spine and your head. Allow the legs one by one to float down to the floor, but keep the arms now lifted, both lifted, but lightly. And here we begin our shoulder shrugs. So lifting the shoulders away, lengthening both arms, lift, and then exhale, drop the shoulders to the floor. So we're helping to extend that space between the shoulder blades, the upper back, and release the tension from there. Fold the arms, forearms, so that the hands come down on opposite elbow, and then allow your breath to come into center, and then the arms come over to the side in that arm frame as you exhale. So that's inhale to center, exhale over to the right. Inhale to center, exhale to the left. And then begin your circling. So we are doing a figure of 8 here to work into shoulder joints, looping up a big circle around the head, and then downwards, making a loop below the chest, exhaling out. So inhaling, loop above the head, and exhaling down to the navel and hips. The rest of the body remains calm and still, isolating movements of the arms. Bring the arms back up and unfold them. Extended. Now we bring one arm back at a time. So keeping the shoulders to the floor, nice and heavy, and keep the alignment of both arms as they float back on your exhale and float back up on your inhale, alternating each time. Keep lots of space in the neck. Keep the pelvis relaxed and heavy, tummy soft for breath. A wonderful way to engage the arm muscles and help lengthen and support them. We're going to interlink the fingers here. Turn the palms out and then pushing the palms, take the arms back behind us. Big extension here where we keep the arms extended above the head into the hand position, pressing through the palms of both hands, and then flexing out through the ankles, the soles of the feet open, and you lie feeling this extension between palms and soles, and really opening in the solar plexus, the parts between the lower ribs where they meet in the center of the body, just above the navel. And here we kind of bask in the sun. Just allow the body to open to this lovely extension of all energy channels. Bring the arms up and over, bend your knees to chest, and then lift up so the seat bones lift off the floor, pelvis lifts just an inch, and then bring the hands down underneath your seat so you can lift the legs up and begin your yogic cycling. So try and feel hips, knees and ankles all involved, flexing and pointing the toes, the feet, keeping the legs inverted. So here we can do 10 cycles forward and 10 back. And then when we finish, float the legs back down, lift the seat to remove the hands, and then you're ready to roll over onto one side and come to your all four position. So adjust here so we find our knees underneath the hips and our wrists underneath the shoulders. Our back is flat like a tabletop. And this is where we can really help our spine. So aligning the knees and the wrist is super important. So we get even weight either side of that spinal column. We're going to breathe in and lengthen from the crown down to the tailbone. And when you're ready to exhale, slowly draw back the shoulders, drop the head down, and then tilt the pelvis, the whole pelvic floor forwards to meet the head. Look towards your navel. And then extend through first. Roll the shoulders. Open up the heart space. Look up, open up the throat, lift the seat bones. And exhaling again, curling downwards, head down, hips forwards. Inhale, coming through, really listening to how the spine wants to move. Opening the throat, looking up. Exhale, diving down, following the whole breath. Pull the navel in gently towards the back. And then release the abdomen and inhale, come back up. Exhale, long and smooth. Tuck your toes here now and sit back. Seat bones to heels. Extend the arms forward in front of you and drop down onto the forearms. Drop the head right down if you can, and a block under the head may be good, a pillow or some books, so that you get connection with Ajna chakra, the point between the eyebrows, the forebrow, connecting so you can release here the brain. Soften around the back of your neck. Surrender down. Coming back to all fours, and now extend away. Take the right leg and extend it away from the hip, flexing the foot. Extend away through the crown. Draw the leg forward, lifting the knee up towards your head to keep the knee off the floor. And then extend back and replace your knee. Listening to every movement and where you can deepen the movement more through extension and then flexion. Curling that spine as we did before. And this time with one leg. Good. Flexing back and coming down. And then drop the tops of the feet. Nice big stretch on the tops of those feet. And come down one by one on each forearm. Fingers are still active, spread. So you can then lower the head, heavy and relaxed. Look through to the wall or the space behind you and rest, allowing the body to be inverted again. Moving down deeper, drop the hips right down towards your heels. Extend the arms, look forward, take a nice big breath in, and then exhale, float down, head down, all the way, and breathe. Feel the breath. Where is the breath in the body? Feel it in the back of your body. Feel it soothing you in this asana. And from there we need to come back again to energize the body into an upward facing dog. Drop the hips down, open the chest, arms straight, look up, and then sit back. One more time, come forward, open the chest as we drop the hips, look up, and then sit back, lift the knees, and really shoot those seat bones up. Pedal out your legs here, straighten the back, arms straight, spreading the palms, gearing up for stronger practice each time we come back to the mat. This is our stabilizing pose for many key standing postures. So really feel the heels plant down, backs of the legs straighten, hamstrings engage. Come back down to the floor and you're done. Wonderful. Sit back for a moment and just take the benefits of your last 20 minutes. breathing in peace and breathing out calm. Come back to your easy pose and namaste. Thank you and stay well.